Welcome everyone to our Shakespeare showcase. Let's see if we can get the lights to shut off here. Yeah, better. All right. Thank you all for coming out to our Shakespeare showcase. This is going to be a really fun night. My Shakespeare team has been working extra hard putting together some pretty difficult stuff. Not all of you will understand what's going on tonight, and that is okay. That is why I do what I do, to help everyone understand that William Shakespeare is hard to understand. Great. So our first performance this evening will be a monologue performed by Molly Jones. This monologue comes from Shakespeare's comedy, The Merry Wives of Windsor. In this play, the character of Sir John Falstaff, commonly referred to as the Fat Knight, finds himself in financial difficulties. Concerned for his future, he decides to attempt and seduce the wives of two of Windsor's richest merchants, Sirs Page and Ford. His hope in doing so is that he will be able to con the ladies into giving him some of their money. Falstaff enacts his plan by sending Messrs. Page and Mrs. Ford love letters. However, in a mistake which he will dearly pay for, Falstaff sends two identical letters. The two ladies, being close friends, are distressed upon reading the letters and rush to each other's aid in seeking revenge on Falstaff, only to discover he has played the same trick on both of them. In the upcoming monologue, the love-stricken Mistress Page, played by Molly Jones, reads the letter sent to her by Falstaff, assuming at first it's from her husband, and soon becomes furious upon learning the truth. Immediately following this monologue, the story will continue as Mistress Page, played by Molly Hepworth, and Mistress Ford, played by Tasha Anderson, perform the scene in which the ladies discover that their letters are identical. Now please welcome to the stage Molly Jones, and immediately after, Molly Hepworth and Tasha Anderson.
I was going to your house.
And trust me, I was coming to you. You look ill.
Hey, I never believe that. I'll have to show you the contrary.
Faith, but you do in my mind.
Well, I do then. Yeah, I say I could show you the contrary. Oh, Mistress Page, give me some counsel.
What's the matter, woman?
Oh, woman, if it were not for one trifling respect, I could come to such honor.
Take that honor and hang the trifles. What is it, woman?
If I were but to go to hell for an eternal moment or so, I could be knighted.
What? Thou liest, sir, Alice Ford, these knights will hack, and so thou shouldest not alter thy article of thy gentry.
We burn daylight. Here, read, to see how I might be knighted. I shall think the worst of fat men as long as I have the eye to make a difference in men's liking. But yet, he would not swear, praise woman's modesty, and gave such orderly and well-behaved reproof that I would have sworn his disposition would have gone to the truthfulness of his words. But they do no more adhere and keep place together than the 100th plasm to the tune of green slaves. What tempest I trow through this whale with so many tons of oil in his belly ashore at Windsor. How shall I be revenged on him? I shall think the best way were to entertain him with hope till the wicked fire of lust has melted him in his own grease. Did you ever hear the like?
Letter for letter, with the name Page and 4 differences. Great mystery of ill opinions. Here's the twin brother of thy letter, but let thine inherit first, for I protest mine shall never. I warrant he has 1,000 of these letters, writ with a blank space for different names. He will print them out of 2nd edition, for he cares not what he puts into the press when he had put us to. While I'd rather be a giantess and lie under Mount Pelion, while fighting 20 lascivious turtles or one chaste man.
Why, these are the very same, the very hand, the very words. What doth he think of us?
Nay, I know not. Makes me almost ready to rank with my own honesty. I'll entertain myself for one I'm not acquainted, for unless he knows some strain in me that I know not myself, he would have never boarded me in his fury.
Boarding, you call it. I'll be sure to keep him above deck.
As will I, if he's ever to come under my hatches, never to see again. Let's be revenged on him. Let's appoint him a meeting, give him a show of great comfort in his suit, and lead him on with a fine bit of delay, till his horse come unto my host to the garter.
Nay, I will consent to any act of villainy against him that may not sully with the chariness of our honesty. Hold out my husband saw this letter. It would give him eternal food for jealousy.
Why? Look where he comes, and my good man too. He's as far from jealousy as I am from giving him cause, and that I hope is an immeasurable distance.
You are the happier woman.
Come, let's consult together against this greasy night. Come here. Thank you.
All right. And now we're going to take a much more sinister turn. Our second monologue, performed by Rachel Tillotson, is from what is considered Shakespeare's darkest and most bloody production. It is called Titus Andronicus. In this play, Rome's most honored general, Titus Andronicus, returns from the wars against the Goths with several captives. Among his prisoners are the Goth queen Tamara, her sons, and her lover, Aaron the Moor. The king of Rome soon becomes infatuated with Tamara and marries her. After the marriage, Tamara sneaks into the forest to meet Aaron and is caught by her new brother and sister-in-law. The two taunt her and threaten to tell her husband that she was being unfaithful. Luckily for Tamara, her sons show up before anything can happen. Tamara, who has been plotting revenge for quite some time, manipulates the situation to make herself seem innocent to her sons and asks them to avenge the misdeeds done to her. Rachel's monologue starts as Tamara addresses her sons in the woods.
Have I not reason, think you, to look pale? These two have ticed me hither to this place. Barren, detested vale, you see it is. The trees, though summer, yet forlorn and lean, or come with moss and baleful mistletoe. Here never shines the sun, unless the nightly owl or fatal raven. And when they showed me this abhorred pit, they told me at dead time of night, 1,000 fiends, 1,000 hissing snakes, 10,000 swelling toads, as many urchins would make such fearful and confused cries as any mortal body hearing it should straight fall mad or else die suddenly. No sooner had they told this hellish tale, but straight they told me they would bind me here to the body of a dismal ewe and leave me to this miserable death. And then they called me foul adulteress, lascivious goth, and all the bitterest terms that ever ear did hear to such effect. And had you not, by wondrous fortune come, this vengeance on me had they executed, revenge it, or be ye not henceforth called my children. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Rachel. We kind of have a running joke that she looks like a lampshade. Our next performance tonight will be a scene from Twelfth Night, performed by Maverick, Christensen, Olivia Rose, and Logan Allen. In this play, Viola, a young woman, is stranded after a shipwreck and disguises herself as a man named Cesario for protection. She becomes the page to a local duke and falls in love with him. The duke, however, is in love with another woman, Olivia. Viola agrees to help the duke woo Olivia, but things go terribly wrong, and Olivia ends up falling for Cesario. Olivia, the ever-popular bachelorette of Illyria, also has two other suitors, one picked by her uncle, and one a lowly servant, Malvolio. Olivia's uncle, with the help of her handmaid Maria, plans to make a fool of Malvolio so that his chosen suitor might win her heart. The two write a fake love letter to Malvolio to make him think Olivia returns his affections. And this is where our scene begins. So please welcome to the stage Maverick Christensen playing Malvolio, Olivia Rose playing Olivia, and Logan Allen portraying Maria, or Mario, as it were.
M-O-A-I. This simulation is not as the former, and yet to crush this a little it would bow to me, for every one of these letters are in my name. Soft, here follows prose. If this fall into thy hand, revolve. In my stars I am above thee, but be not afraid of greatness. Some men are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. Very true. Thy fates open their hands, let thy blood and spirit embrace them, and to inure thyself to what thou art like to be, cast thy humble slough in here fresh. Be opposite with a kinsman, surely with servants, let thy tongue tang arguments of state, put thyself into the trick of singularity. She thus advises thee that sighs for thee. Remember who commended thy yellow stockings, and wished to see thee ever cross-gartered. I say remember, go to thou art made, if thou desirest to be so. If not, let me see thee a steward still, the fellow of servants, and not worthy to touch fortune's fingers. Farewell, she that would alter services with thee, the fortunate unhappy. Here is yet a postscript. Thou canst not choose but know who I am. If thou entertainest my love, let it appear in thy smiling. Thy smiles become thee well. Therefore in my presence still smile. Dear my sweet, I prithee. Jove, I thank thee. I will smile. I will do everything thou wilt have of me.
I have sent after him, he says he'll come. How shall I feast him? What bestow of him? For youth is bought more often than you're borrowed. I speak too loud. Where is Malvolio? He is sad and civil, and suits well for a servant with my fortunes. Where is Malvolio?
He is coming, madam, but in very strange manner. He is surely possessed, madam.
Why, what's the matter? Does he rave?
No, madam, he does nothing but smile. Your ladyship were best to have some guard about you if you come. For sure the man is tainted in wits.
Go call him hither. I am as mad as he, if sad and merry madness seek will be. How now, Malvolio?
Sweet lady!
Sadest thou? I sent for thee upon a sad occasion.
Sad lady, I could be sad. This does make some obstruction in the blood. This cross guard. But what of that? If it please the eye of one, it is with me as the very true sonnet is. Please one and please all.
Why, how dost thou, man? What is the matter with thee?
Not black in my mind, though yellow in my legs. It did come to his hands and commands shall be executed. I think we do know the sweet Roman hand.
Wilt thou go to bed, Malvolio?
To bed, I see.
That comfort thee! Why dost thou smile so and kiss thy hand so oft?
How do you feel, Malvolio?
Yes, nightingales answer dolls.
Why do you appear with this ridiculous boldness before my lady?
Be not afraid of greatness. 'Twas well written.
What meanest thou by that, Malvolio?
Some men are born great. Some achieve greatness.
What sayest thou?
And some men have greatness thrust upon them. Remember who commended thy yellow stocking? I wish to see thee ever cross-gartered. Go to thou art made, if thou desirest to be so.
Am I made?
Well, if not, I'll see thee a servant still.
Why this is very midsummer madness?
Madam, the young gentleman of the Count Orsino has returned. I could hardly entreat him back. He attends your ladyship's pleasure.
I'll come to him. Good Mario, let this fellow be looked to. Where's my cousin Toby? Let some of my people have a special care of him. I will not have him miscarry for the half of my dowry. Thank you.
My, oh my. Our final monologue this evening is from Shakespeare's The Tempest. Ariel, played by Haili Hepworth, is a mischievous spirit bound to serve the magician Prospero. Prospero lives on an island with his daughter Miranda, Ariel, and a monster called Caliban. A ship soon approaches the island, and aboard is Prospero's long-sworn enemy, Antonio. Prospero commands Ariel to create a storm to wreck his enemy's ship and to scatter the men abroad over all the island. In this monologue, Ariel returns to give her report of all that has happened during the attack on the ship.
All hail, great master, brave Sir Hail. I come to answer thy best pleasure, be it to fly, to swim, to dive into the fire, to ride on the curled clouds, to thy strong biting task. Ariel and all of her quality. To every article. I boarded the king's ship. Now on the beak, now on the waist, the deck, in every cabin, I flamed amazement. Sometime I'll divide and burn in many places. The topmast, the yards, the bowsprit, I flame distinctly the meat and join. Jove's lightning, oh! The precursors, oh, the dreadful thunderclaps. More momentary than sight outrunning were not. The fire cracks, the sulphurous roaring, the most mighty Neptune, seen to besiege and make his bold waves tremble. Yea, his dread tridents shake. Not a soul, but felt a fever of mad and played. Some tricks of desperation. All but the mariners plunged and to the foaming brine and quit the vessel. Then all afire with me. The king's son, Ferdinand, with hair upstaring like reeds, not hair, was the first man that loved to cry, "Hell is empty and all the devils are here!" Not a hair of hairs in the same garments, not a blemish, but fresher than before, and as vain as me. In troops, I have dispersed them about the isle. The king's son I have landed by himself, whom I left cooling of the air with sobs. In an odd angle of the aisle and sitting, his arms in this side knot. Thank you.
We are all familiar with the story of Romeo and Juliet, but if you're not, allow me to give a quick recap. Romeo and Juliet come from two rivaling families. The two young teenagers meet by accident and fall in love. Their love, of course, is doomed as they cannot be together due to family differences. A friendly friar vows to help them, and the two are married in secret. Soon after their wedding, Juliet's cousin Tybalt kills Romeo's friend Mercutio, and in a fit of anger, Romeo then kills Tybalt. Juliet's parents demand that Romeo die for his murder of Tybalt. But it is ruled that instead Romeo will be exiled. Having fled the scene immediately after killing Tybalt, Romeo hears from a friend of his banishment and rushes to the side of his young bride for a final farewell before the city guards find him. This final night of grief and passion will be portrayed by Tanner Corbridge and Mattie Mecham in a dance entitled One Kiss and I'll Descend, choreographed by Liesl Sorensen. Macbeth is often considered the cursed play in many theatrical spheres around the world. And it is said that to speak Macbeth's name in a theater when not performing the show is bad luck. This superstition exists because of the cursed nature of the story itself. Macbeth is a tale of greed, desperation, betrayal, and so many other dark emotions. At the beginning of the play, Macbeth and his friend Banquo visit 3 witches who tell Macbeth that he will be promoted twice, once to Thane of Cawdor, and then again to King of Scotland. Soon after, Macbeth is promoted by the king, and he tells his wife of the prophecy given by the witches. Lady Macbeth vows to help her husband become the King of Scotland by any means necessary. This was no idle threat. Lady Macbeth, driven mad by her greed, convinces Macbeth to commit many murders to secure himself as king. Still, Macbeth doesn't feel secure in his position, and he fears that someone will take away his throne. He returns once more to the 3 witches in his biggest vie of desperation to seek more answers. It is here that we enter the world of Macbeth for our ensemble competition scene. In our modern twist, Macbeth seeks out the witches in a tent city for the homeless, and what he discovers will change him forever.
Powerful trouble, like a hell broth, boil and bubble.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Scale of a dragon, tooth of a wolf, witch's mummy, Mongol, the rabbin, salt seashore, root of hemlock, dig it in the dark. Liver of a blaspheming Jew, gall of goat and slips of you, silvered in the moon's eclipse, nose of Turk and Tartar's lips,
Finger of a burst strangled babe, ditch delivered by a drab.
make the gruel thick and slab, add thereto a tiger's chaldron for the ingredients of our food.
Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble.
Cool it with a baboon's blood, then the charm is firm and good. Leave! Get out!
Something wicked this way comes. Open locks, whoever knocks.
How now, you secret, black and midnight hags? What is it you do?
A deed without a name.
I conjure you by that which you profess. However you come to know it, answer me. Though you unite the winds and let them fight against the churches, though the guesty waves confound and swallow navigation up, though plaited corn be lodged and trees blown down, though castles topple on their borders' heads, though palaces and pyramids do slope their heads to their foundations, though the nature of Germans stumble altogether, even till destruction sicken, answer me to what I ask you.
Speak,
Demand.
we'll answer. Say, if thou'st rather hear it from our mouths, or from our masters!
Call him. Let me see him.
truly show.
Tell me thy unknown power.
He knows thy thought. Hear his speech, but speak thou not.
Macbeth, Macbeth, oh Macbeth, beware, Macduff, beware the thane of fight. Dismiss me, enough. Oh, whate'er thou art, for thy good caution, thanks. You've harked my fear right, but one more.
He will not be commanded! Here's another, more potent than the first. No, 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 please, please, don't do it, please! Macbeth, Macbeth, Macbeth!
Had I 3 ears, I'd hear thee.
Be bloody, bold, and resolute. Laugh to scorn. The power of man, for none of woman born shall harm Macbeth.
Well, then live, Macduff. What need I fear of thee? Yet, I'll make assurance double sure, and take bond of fate. Thou shalt not live, that I may tale pale-hearted feared lies, and sleep in spite of thunder. What is this that rises like the issue of a queen and wears upon her baby brow the round and top of sovereignty?
Listen, but speak not to it.
Be lion-mettled proud and take no care, who chafes, who frets, or where conspires are. Macbeth shall never vanquish be until great Wormwood to Dunsany shall come against him.
Well, that will never be. Who can impress the forest, bid the tree, unfix his earthbound root, of sweet bodements good? Rebellion's head rise never to the wood of Burman rise, and our high place Macbeth shall live the least of nature, peg his breath to time and mortal custom. Yet my heart throbs to know one more thing. If you art can tell so much, shall vain clothes as you ever reign in this kingdom?
Seek to know no more!
I will be satisfied tonight, you know, and the eternal curse fall on you. Well, let me know what is said Corbridge and what noise is this?
Show! Show his eyes and grieve his heart. Come like shadows, so depart!
Too like the spirits of Banquo. Down! Thy crown does see in mine eyeballs, and thy hair. Thou other gold-bound brow is like the first, a third is like the former. The filthy hags, why do you show me this? A fourth, start eyes, what for the lion stretch out the crack of doom? Another yet, the seventh, I'll see no more. And yet, an eighth appears, who bears a glass which shows me many more. And some I see that drew-fold balls and treble scepters carry. A horrible sight! Now I see 'tis true, for the blood-bolter Banquo smiles upon me and points at them for this. What? Is this so?
Aye, sir, all this is so. But why stands Macbeth thus amazed at you? Come, sisters, cheer we up his fright, to show the best of our delights. I'll charm the air to give a sound, while you perform your antic round, that this great king may kindly say our duties. Did his welcome pay? Double, double, toil and trouble, fire burn and cauldron bubble. Double, double, toil and trouble.
But what is the... Where are they? Gone. Oh, let this pernicious hour stand I accursed in the calendar.
My lord!
Well, come in without them.
My lord, what is your grace's will?
Oh, saw you the weird sisters?
No, my lord.
Oh, well, came they not by you?
No. No, indeed, my lord.
Infected by the air, whereon they ride, and damn all those that trust them. I did hear the galloping of horses. Who was it come by?
'Tis 2 or 3, my lord, that bring you word. Macbeth has fled to England.
Fled to England!
Aye, my lord.
Time, thou anticipatest my dread exploits. My flighted purposes never overtook, unless the deed go with it. From this moment, the very first things of my heart shall be the first things of my hand. And even to crown my thoughts with axe, be it thought and done. The castle of Macbeth I will surprise, seize upon fife, give edge to the oak sword, his wife, his babes, and all unfortunate souls that trace him in his line. No boasting like a fool. All this deed I'll do before this purpose cool. But no more son! Where are these gentlemen? Where they are?
All right, thank you all for coming. I hope you're not too spooked. Ooh. Shakespeare is one of my favorite memories from high school, and I'm so happy that I get to share this with these kids. I've seen them have a lot of fun with some material that is very high caliber as far as understanding goes. And I'm very proud of the things that they've put together, and we're ready to go win at competition. So thank you for coming, and have a good night.